Good morning, Amanda Haywood here, bright and early from the track on this Friday morning. It's a beautiful day, and I'd been gone for a few days, so I'm back. My schedule was a little bit crazy, and we went away for a few days, which actually leads me into my little conversation with you all today. So, how do you deal with disappointment? Disappointment when you set some expectations for yourself or for a specific situation. So, true story. My family took a mini vacation the past few days. We were gone for, about, I guess in total, like 3 days basically. And we were so excited, kind of like the end of the summer little getaway. Well, it has been hot and dry and basically a drought this entire summer until we got to our destination, and then it decided to rain for the majority of the time that we were there. Now, I had planned to be able to go to the beach and do all of these fun things and be outside and enjoy the weather and just kind of like, one last hurrah before we all go back to school and work and everything like that. Well, the weather had different plans, and I had to really learn to deal with the outcome. So when we first got there, it was probably around 3:30 in the afternoon. Sun was out, so the kids got to go in the pool for about 45 minutes, and then we went and got something to eat because we were starving. Well, the next day we wake up and it is raining all day. So there's no way that we can go to the beach, do the pool. I mean, we wanted to do so many things. So we ended up spending a lot of time outside, but we got wet, right? We got wet. It wasn't really that comfortable. We couldn't really enjoy it the way that we wanted to. But we were like, oh, we're gonna be outside and we're gonna be having a good time here. So it just seemed like it was one thing after another, right? We were waiting for trolleys, and we were probably waiting in the rain for like 15-20 minutes to get this trolley to take us to our destination. And finally someone stopped by and they're like, oh, the trolleys aren't running today because it's raining. We're like, oh, great, another thing, right? And it just was like one thing after another, just spiraling. And in my head, I felt like I was a 3-year-old having a temper tantrum, right? Why isn't this working out the way I wanted it to? Of course, the entire summer it is dry and hot and there's no rain, and then because we get to our destination now it's gonna rain the entire time. I was having like a meltdown in my mind. And it was just like, again, one thing after another. That night it was still raining. We were just getting soaked. We had sweatshirts on and rain jackets, and we're like, this is not the summer. And so finally we woke up yesterday for our last day and it's raining. And so I walked down to the beach in the morning with my dad and we got soaked. Came back, had some breakfast, and then as soon as we came outside, the skies were blue. Now I tell you, it only lessened, the rain and the sky was blue, after I had just completely given in to the fact that we were probably not going to go to the beach and it was just going to rain the entire time. I kind of just let go and was like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. And then I look up and the sky is blue. So we ended up getting to go to the beach for a little bit yesterday. We couldn't spend too much time because our oldest daughter wasn't feeling well. And so that was kind of another thing that was like, really? But, as I look back on it, we had a lot of fun. We made some amazing memories. We had so many laughs, whether they were at our expense or not, right? We had such a good time. And I'm thankful for how things ended up working out, because that was the plan. That was what was supposed to happen. And so my question to you is, how do you deal with disappointment when you set yourself up, you set these expectations that you have, that things are going to be just a certain way? What happens when they don't work out that way, right? What happens when there's a different plan? So how do you deal with that disappointment? How do you turn it around so that it is something that is positive and memorable, and you can still make the best of it? And so the best thing that I can say is to just be grateful for what you did get to experience and the memories that you were able to make, and just being grateful for what you actually had. And so when I started to just kind of like let go a little bit, loosen the reins, and then just be grateful for the experience and what we got to do, I look back and I'm like, you know what? It was a pretty good mini vacation, and I wouldn't have changed a thing. Well, maybe I would have changed a few things, but you know what I'm saying. So I hope you have an amazing day. It's good to be back at the track after a few days off, and I will be here bright and early another day from the track. Hope you have an amazing day. Take care, everyone.